John Curtin stands as a giant in Australian history. He served as the 14th Prime Minister of Australia, leading the nation through its darkest hour. World War II tested Australia like never before. Curtin's unwavering leadership during this tumultuous period cemented his place as one of Australia's most respected and admired figures. The story is one of resilience, determination, and an unyielding commitment to his country and its people. Curtin's path to leadership was unconventional. He was not born into privilege or groomed for power. Instead, he rose from humble beginnings, his character shaped by the struggles of working-class life. These experiences ignited within him a deep sense of social justice and a belief in the power of collective action. These values would come to define his leadership and guide his decisions as he navigated Australia through the perils of global conflict. John Joseph Curtin was born in Creswick, Victoria, on January 8, 1885. His family faced financial hardship, a common experience for many Australians in that era. Young John's formal education ended at age 13 when he began working to help support his family. He took on a series of jobs, each providing valuable life lessons that shaped his worldview. One of his early jobs was at a printing press, where he developed a lifelong love of reading and a keen understanding of the power of words. He later worked in a factory, witnessing firsthand the challenges faced by industrial workers. These experiences fueled his growing interest in social reform and politics. They also instilled in him a deep empathy for the common man, an empathy that would later resonate with the Australian people when he became their leader. Curtin's involvement in the Australian Labour Party, or ALP, provided an outlet for his burgeoning political aspirations. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a prominent voice for workers' rights and social justice. His powerful oratory skills and his genuine passion for improving the lives of ordinary Australians made him a popular figure within the labour movement. In 1917, he was appointed editor of the Australian Labour, ALP's newspaper based in Australia. This position allowed him to hone his writing and communication skills, further amplifying his voice on the national stage. His editorials tackled pressing issues of the day, advocating for workers' rights, social welfare programs, and the working-class society. Curtin's work as a journalist solidified his reputation as a powerful advocate for the working class and the rising star of the ALP. Curtin's rise to the pinnacle of Australian politics was marked by both ambition and reluctance. He understood the immense responsibility that came with leadership, particularly during such a volatile period in world history. Despite his personal reservations, he recognized the critical role he could play in shaping Australia's destiny. In 1935, he was elected leader of the ALP, a position that came with the daunting task of uniting a fractured party still reeling from the aftermath of the Great Depression. The global political landscape was growing increasingly unstable, with the spectre of war looming large. Curtin understood that Australia faced unprecedented challenges, but strong, decisive leadership would be essential in navigating the turbulent times ahead. The outbreak of World War II in 1939 plunged the world into chaos. For Australia, geographically isolated and militarily unprepared, the conflict presented an existential threat. The fall of Singapore in 1942, a fortress once considered impregnable, sent shockwaves through the nation. With the threat of Japanese invasion looming, Australia found itself at a crossroads. The nation desperately needed a leader who could unite its people, galvanise its defences, and chart a course through the treacherous waters of war. John Curtin, thrust into the role of Wartime Prime Minister in October 1941, would prove to be that leader. His calm demeanour, his unwavering resolve, and his deep-seated belief in the Australian spirit inspired confidence in a nation grappling with fear and uncertainty. Curtin's response to the Japanese threat was swift and decisive. He famously declared, "I will not yield," a phrase that would come to define Australia's wartime spirit. He oversaw a dramatic expansion of the Australian military, introducing conscription for overseas service for the first time in the nation's history. This decision, while controversial, highlighted the gravity of the situation and the need for a united national effort. Curtin understood understood that Australia's survival depended on its ability to defend itself, but he also recognized the importance of forging strong alliances. He turned to the United States, a rising power in the Pacific, for support and guidance. This pivotal decision would have far-reaching consequences for Australia's strategic outlook and its place in the post-war world. Leading a nation at war took a heavy toll on Curtin. The long hours, the immense pressure, and the constant weight of responsibility began to affect his health. Despite these personal challenges, Curtin never wavered in his commitment to his country and its people. He worked tirelessly, often to the point of exhaustion, to ensure that Australia had the resources and the strategy it needed to prevail. He understood that the war effort extended beyond the battlefield, and he implemented policies to support the home front. Rationing was introduced, industries were retooled for war production, and women played an increasingly vital role in the workforce. Section 8, a pivotal alliance. Curtin's relationship with US General Douglas MacArthur, who arrived in Australia in 1942, was complex and at times strained. MacArthur, a larger-than-life figure, had his own ideas about how the war in the Pacific should be fought. Curtin, while respectful of MacArthur's military expertise, was determined to assert Australia's interests and to ensure that Australian troops were not needlessly sacrificed. Their relationship, though often challenging, proved to be a pivotal alliance that helped to turn the tide in the Pacific. Curtin's ability to navigate this delicate relationship while advocating for Australia's needs demonstrated his shrewd political acumen and his unwavering commitment to his nation's security. Section 9. Shaping a nation at war. Curtin's wartime leadership extended beyond military strategy. He understood that the war presented an opportunity to reshape Australian society and to address long-standing social inequities. He introduced a range of progressive policies, including expanded social welfare programs and government investment in infrastructure projects. These policies, designed to support the war effort, also laid the foundation for Australia's post-war prosperity. Curtin's vision extended beyond the immediate crisis, encompassing a future where all Australians could share in the nation's wealth and prosperity. His commitment to social justice, forged in the crucible of war, would have a lasting impact on Australian society. Section 10. A legacy forged in fire. John Curtin's time as Prime Minister was tragically cut short when he died in office on July 5, 1944, just weeks before the end of World War II. He did not live to see the fruits of his tireless efforts, but his legacy as one of Australia's greatest wartime leaders was already secure. His unwavering leadership, his ability to unite a nation in its darkest hour, and his vision for a more just and equitable society left an enduring mark on Australia. He is remembered not only for guiding Australia to victory in World War II, but also for laying the groundwork for the nation's post-war transformation. Section 11. Remembering Curtin. John Curtin's story is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and an unwavering belief in the human spirit. He rose from humble beginnings to lead his nation through its greatest challenge, inspiring a generation with his courage and his unwavering